Welcome in and welcome back to Polite for What. I'm your host, Reed. If you're not subscribed to the page, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you've been here for a while, y'all already know what to do. Get those likes up and make sure that you have on your post notifications so every time you know I go live and I post a video. All right, y'all. So I'm back for another week. We're gonna preview this Cowboys versus Broncos game. And of course, the national media has been talking about how amazing Dak's been playing, how amazing this offense looks. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like every time the media starts to get on a bandwagon with us, I feel like we go out there, we roll out there like we already won this one. But this is gonna be a tough task this week, and I promise you, will be a statement win if the Cowboys can pull this off. I feel like every team that we beat so far is like okay, but can you do this against a good defense? And of course, we all know Denver has one of the greatest defenses right now in the NFL. So hopefully, we can pull this win out. Of course, y'all already know we on the road this week. Vegas has the Broncos favorite at 3.5. So we're gonna see because I really think this is gonna probably be a low scoring game. Even though our offense, we know we can get active on offense. We all know that. But with this defense being really, really good, I'm not sure if we put a 40 piece on these boys this week. I don't know. We'll see, but I doubt that we put 40 up. So that's why I think Vegas have it at 3.5. All right, so let's go ahead and hop right into this injury report real quick for the Cowboys. So of course we have Tyler Guyton. He will be questionable with a lower body injury. Tyler Smith, he's questionable with a knee injury. Kenny Clark is questionable with an elbow injury. And then, of course, Marshawn Nealon is questionable with an ankle injury. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start it off. I want to talk about this Cowboys offense versus this Denver's defense. Denver defense is ranked number 3 when it comes to total offense. I mean, when it comes to total defense, I'm sorry, but they are ranked number 2 in both points and yards allowed. Now I know Javonte Williams is gonna he probably want to have a revenge game, but with them being ranked 2 against the run and like I said, total points allowed, I don't think he's gonna get much yards. Hopefully he can get over 100, but I'm not really sure that he gets it. That defensive front over there, they've been stopping the run. Last week we all know how physical and hard running Cam Scatterbo is. So last week against them, Cam only had 46 yards on 9 carries. So yeah, I don't really see Javonte just going crazy unless he just go out there and have one of those Rico Dowdle games. But I see them holding us to maybe under 100 rush yards when it comes to our run game. Now let's talk about a little bit about matchups. We all know PS2, aka well, let me say it like this. We all know Patrick Surtain, aka PS2, probably will be following CD Lamb. He pretty much is gonna follow wherever your number one is gonna go. So since CD is the number one, he will follow CD Lamb. Even if CD Lamb goes into the slot, he's gonna follow him there. But I'm not gonna lie to you, if I'm Dak, I'm going at Sertan. I am. You got to show me why you are the defensive player of the year. I'm going at you. I'm not scared. I'm testing you out. I'm still gonna make sure my number one get his targets. Now, I may not go to him a lot as much as I used to, because we all know he a bad man. He is. I give him that. He a bad man. He was a defensive player of the year. But I ain't gonna lie to you. You gonna have to show me. Show me Patrick Sertan, because you're not gonna stop me from throwing where I want to throw this ball at. But hopefully Dak still goes at him like I know he will. Dak is a veteran, so he know how to get CD in his spots, so he can make sure he get the ball. Now they do have a another receiver on the other side, goes by Riley Moss. Of course, he's gonna be on our number 2, which is George Pickens. But I expect George Pickens to eat on Riley Moss. I'm not even gonna lie to you. After what I seen George Pickens do to Marshawn Lattimore last week, like I'm not worried about George Pickens going up against Riley Moss. I think he should eat his lunch. I think he should put his hands all in his French fries on Sunday and eat his lunch and let this boy know, hey, what PS2 doing over there, you're not gonna do none of that. Or what y'all think y'all gonna do, y'all not gonna do that to me. So yeah, I want to see this matchup. I really expect for Pickens to have a really, really great game. Like I said, with that other matchup on the other side over there, I expect Pickens to go off. I want him to have about 100 yards and a touchdown. If he can get more than 100 is my expectations for him. Like I said, I think this should be a game that should be focused solely on George Pickens. So we'll see how that matchup turn out. We already know what George is coming to do. All right. So now I will say this. One thing I am happy about, when I was looking on the injury report, I seen that Dre Greenlaw, he will be out with a suspension, so he's not going to be playing this game. We all know how Dre Greenlaw is. He's a really really good linebacker, so I'm really glad that we don't have to deal with him on Sunday, but we do have to deal with a man that's already had 8 sacks on the season. He goes by the name of Nick Benito. Nick Benito is bad man. He's a linebacker over there as well. He's very disruptive. So we got to make sure um we doing everything we can to make sure that Dak stays upright. Like I said, this man already has 8 sacks on the season, so he's nothing to sneeze at. He's nothing to play with. So we just gotta make sure we look out for Nick Benito. All right. A little a little bit more of what I have on my list over here. Play calling. So let's talk about play calling for a little bit. Play calling has been really, really good this year. But I think on Sunday, like y'all have to get more creative. I know they've been getting creative. We've been saying a lot of good things that we haven't seen before, but I think you really got to get creative on Sunday just to mix it up on this Denver defense, keep them on their toes. I want to see Ron Flournoy out there. I want to see him getting more targets, especially if Dak is really not going to go as CD Lamb, just because of that matchup over there. I want to see him and George Pickens get majority of the targets. Of course, put Turp out there, hit him on the slant. We all know what Turp can do when he get the ball. And then, of course, I want to see them use Lupke in this game. I think Lupke is a player that they're probably not going to game plan for. So if you can use Lupke in this offense, I really think that'll really keep them on their toes. Like I said, they're not expecting him to get the ball. So use Lupke. I've been saying it since we signed him back to a contract on this team. Like we need to use Lupke just the way the 49ers use Kyle over there and their fullback. So hopefully Shadi can get him the Bob. I think the last time we seen Lukey was actually used in this offense. Not this last game, but I want to say it was a game against um was it, did he get that touchdown against the Panthers or the Jets? I can't remember. Y'all let me know down in the comments. I can't remember. But anyways, I think that he should get Lukey involved in this game as well. All right, so let's talk about a little bit about this Cowboys defense versus this Denver's offense. We all know our offense is ranked absolutely last, and the Broncos offense is averaging about 23 points a game. Now, I know we ran a lot of men last week. We ran 40, we ran 46%, and we had a lot of success. But I'm anxious to see what Eberflus is gonna do on Sunday. I don't know if he's gonna mix it up or what, but the Denver Broncos, they got some boys out there now. They got Cortland Sutton, they got Troy Franklin, they have Evan Ingram. So they have a really, really decent receiving core over there. So I don't really know if they're gonna run too much man or not, but we'll see. Also, another reason because I mean, although they did it last week, but Diggs is gonna be out. The last thing I seen that he is still in concussion protocol, so he would not be in this game again. So yeah, we gotta mix it up. Maybe play some zone, and play some man, like I said, against these guys. I don't know if they're gonna go full man. I don't know if they're gonna go full man in this game, but we'll see. We'll see what Eberflus is gonna do. Now Bo Nix, he's also one of those quarterbacks that like to use his legs. So of course we got to make sure we're not letting him run wild. Make sure we got somebody who's going to contain him. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think it's gonna be a very, very long day for this defense. Like I said, we played against Jaden. Jaden didn't have none of his top weapons, but Bo Nix will be with all his weapons on Sunday. And like I said, he's a quarterback that likes to scramble around. So I think this defense is gonna have a very, very long day on Sunday. We'll see. Hopefully, like I said, we can pull this out. But we gotta get some pressure on Bo Nix. We got to. We can't let them sit back in that pocket and pick people and pick our defense apart. We just can't. We gotta generate some type of pass rush this week. I don't know what's going on. We haven't seen much of James Houston. Maybe ramp up him. We need these guys on our edges to really, really step up. I know not Javante, Jadavion. He played really, really good against the run last week, but I want to see him um maybe be disruptive and get Bo Nix on the ground this week. We'll see, but we gotta have some type of pass rush this week. And I really need my D line. I need my D line to step up as well. Like I said, they did really, really good last week against the run, but this week we're gonna need y'all to have that same repeat performance. The Broncos have a really good running back over there in J.K. Dobbins, and if you let J.K. Dobbins get loose, he's probably gonna take it to the house. So I need my defensive front playing against that run, and of course, I need my edges getting to that quarterback. I need y'all to get back there, make Bo Nix think about where he have to go with the ball, or just make him throw the ball away. But if not, if we let Bo Nix just sit back there and pick this defense apart, like I said, this game can easily turn into a shootout. And I don't want it to turn into a shootout. I want it to be more of a lower scoring game where our defense is getting off the field on third down and we're not giving up touchdowns. If anything, give up some field goals, but I don't want to be giving up touchdowns. So we'll see. That's just my quick thoughts on this game. I do want to give a score prediction. Like I said, hopefully it's low scoring and it don't get into well, we got to score 40 points because we already know we have to outscore this bad defense. But hopefully, our defense can give us a repeat performance of what they did last week. So we'll see. Hopefully, but I got this game going 24-21. Cowboys win with a walk off field goal or just a field goal in general. Like I said, Vegas have it at 3.5. I have it at winning by 3 as well. So we'll see. Y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think. How do y'all think this game is going to end? Do y'all think the Cowboys is going to break their streak and finally get a win against the Denver Broncos? Like I said, they ain't winning over 30 years. And hopefully we can ride into Mile High this week and we can wrangle up these little bucking bulls and we can get out of there with a win. But that is my time. I appreciate everybody for the love support who's been subscribed to the page. Like I said, if you're new here, make sure you turn on those post notifications. We do go live each and every Monday to recap the game. So if you're a Cowboys fan, if you're a Texans fan, make sure you tap in because we do cover that content on Monday. All right, y'all. Again, make sure y'all like and share, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.